guys, Chantel here. So I've been cleaning up my craft room the last week or so. Yeah, probably about the last week and a half, and moving things around, getting rid of some things that I don't really use, or trying to make things more accessible to me at my desk, and that sort of thing, you know, just so that it flows. I have this block sitting on here because I just glued down this Sweet Sentiment that I obviously die cut at some point, and I found it on my desk along with these designs here, this flower one, and then this flower one also. I got them both from the Scrapbook Expo, and I believe that was the one just this past year. I remember he was doing this same technique the year before, but I don't believe that I had stopped at the booth. It was probably like full of people or something. So this year when I stopped there, and he was showing us this technique with markers. Honestly, I want to say that it was the Memento markers. And I bit my tongue, guys, so my voice may be kind of like slurry or whatever if I get to that area in my mouth. But he had this flower stamp, a rubber stamp, and he took the marker and, you know, colored over the image, and then stamped it down onto these watercolor pieces of paper to get the image, and then he stamped the stems over top of them, because if you can see, the stem actually goes like the petals and stuff too are there. You have the stems for the petals. Oh, I found this I found this too, this light, this little mini flashlight. I see people use those in their videos sometimes, so I figured I'll leave it on my desk so I can do exactly what I did just then. Anyway, so I just had the pictures, and they looked pretty much like this. This is another one that I'm going to talk about, but this is not from that same booth. And so I wanted to make cards out of them so that I can put them away in my stash, or give them away or whatever, because the expo was in August. So anyway, so I added this Happy Valentine's Day to the bottom. And then I did just some dash lines with a black pen going around the edges there. And I adhered it to a black sheet of 110 weight cardstock. So that was this one. And then this is, I did that the other day. And so today I'm back again, and I was working on this one, which is like also flowers, but that actual image is a little bit different. Like it looks like splashes of flowers, like if you take like a sponge and ink the sponge up and then put it down on the paper. And so that's how this one came out, which is also really pretty. And of course, you know, he did all those different colors on the stamp at the same time. So he put, you know, the reds or the pinks, whatever color that is, and then the yellows in those areas on the stamp, and then the greens on those areas in the stamp. And then I believe what he did was spray the stamp with water and then turned it over and put the image on the paper. So that's the effect that you get. So then I just I had this sweet die cut sentiment that I had on my desk when I was cleaning, and I figured I wanted to use it on this this piece here. So I placed it there, and then it took me a good long while to go through my stamps to find a sentiment that I felt appropriate to go with that sweet, because I knew I really wanted to use that sweet. So I ended up pulling out this My Pink Stamper stamp set. It's called Sweet Goodness. I have had this stamp set forever. It is like one of 2 or 3 that I've ordered from My Pink Stamper. She had stopped selling her stamps for a good while, but I believe she's back at it again. I know she's also doing Stampin' Up videos and things like that. So I don't know if her stamp company or her stamp production is up and running again. I'm not really sure. I just wanted to record. That's where the stamp came from, and that what here it is doing. At the bottom. Have a totally super fast. super simple and
what I did was
do.
I just fussy cut, or I cut out the word sweet, and because I knew I was using this big one, and then I just lined them up and stamped it
give
on
away
here.
Or
this one I am going to put on
have
a
just
white
for my stash, so that when
base,
if I do need them,
and
then that'll be 2 cards that I completed.
Thanks so
and
much.
Barely did anything to them because I got them from the expo. So do this at 1.5. I mean 5.5, and then do the little crease, which I don't know why when I use this mini Martha Stewart scoreboard, it always seems to be off a little bit. I have the big Martha Stewart scoreboard as well, which I grab for most often. I don't know, I guess I just like it better. But you see how this paper is kind of bowled up and it's not completely even at the bottom. But that only happens when I use this little itty bitty scoreboard. So I'm not really sure what that's about. But it makes me not want to use this scoreboard anymore. So I'll do that and then adhere this onto the base. And then I'll have 2 cards complete. And all I had to do was add a sentiment in the background paper. I did add, well, to this sheet here, to this one that I'm working on now, I did add it onto a black mat of paper because it was just the watercolor paper. And this one here is from Rubbernecker Stamps. I mean, the Rubber Cafe. And they were taking a stamp and stamping it in Versamark ink, or maybe even just a clear ink, but you know, ink that stays fairly wet for a good while so that you can add something to it. And they have this fine glitter. This one is silver metal. That's this color. That she took, and you spray a little bit, like to get all these colors, you would put all of those different colors in each of the areas. And I actually have the whole set of colors here, which I very rarely use, but I bought the whole set. And then you put it on, you take the excess off, and then you varnish in the color, like just with your hand. You rub it in, and then when you wipe it off, it's on there permanently. It doesn't like come off on your hands or anything like that. You see, I don't get any. And it's shimmery, like it's shiny. It's got some glitter going on in there. There's that light again from my phone, from my the little flashlight I found. So you can see all of like the little glitter, and it's very, very shiny. So it's pretty cool. This one I haven't found yet what kind of sentiment or whatever I want to add to it, but I'll figure that out. Alright, bye!